Hello and thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. I am Screen Scene Guru, and tonight we're going to be discussing the acquisition of James Bond to Amazon. I've got a video pulled up right here, an article um, talking about how MGM Studios spends $1 billion to gain creative control over James Bond franchise. So very fascinating stuff. The story broke a couple of days ago and has been going around the news. So I figured I would cover it for you guys. So going into this article, we've got Amazon MGM Studios has confirmed the joint venture with Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli to house a new James Bond intellectual property rights. The new venture goes Amazon MGM Studios full creative control to the beloved 007 franchise. However, all parties will remain co-owners together. So very fascinating stuff. We got to see Mike Hopkins, head of Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios, said since his theatrical introduction over 60 years ago, James Bond has been one of the most iconic characters in film entertainment. We are grateful to the late Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman for bringing James Bond to the movie theaters and around the world. Those are, of course, the book creators. And to Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli for their undying dedication to the role and for their role of continuing their legacy in the franchise by the franchise cherished by legions of fans worldwide. We are honored to continue the treasured heritage and look forward to ushering in the next phase of the legendary 007 for audiences around the world. It's very interesting that now they are going to creatively have full control over the 007 story with James Bond, which has led many people to speculate of them doing spin-off shows, possibly stories on how M came to be, Q, Moneypenny, and many more, potentially setting up a series before a film for Bond as well. A lot of speculation on this, whole lot of interesting news given that the Broccoli's have given up their control of the Bond franchise. I know a lot of people were kind of disliked this choice, this creative decision, but given her age and a lot of contributing factors to the situation, they did not want to create any more Bond films. It seems like they did not want to have to go through the hassle of casting and going through all the years-long overall withdrawal, or what do you call it, the endeavor of picking a new Bond, basically. They gave the job to Amazon. It's a very interesting story right there. This article comes from Hype Beast. I'll leave it in the description below. But I've got a list right here of just potential actors to play Bond. I just get a quick dozen list. I've got Theo James as a potential. You guys might know him from the Divergent franchise. He was also in the new Guy Ritchie series on Netflix, The Gentleman, and also in the new horror movie Monkey, as well as Andrew Taylor Johnson might be a good pick. People have seen him recently in Craven the Hunter, as well as Colin Turner would be a good pick for Masters of the Air. I'd like him as Bond. Henry Cavill would be a really good pick. Man of Steel would be an awesome Bond. We also got Richard Madden from Game of Thrones would be a very acceptable pick. Dev Patel would be really cool too from Monkey Man and Slumdog Millionaire. Andrew Garfield, one of the Spider-Men, would be a very good pick. Got Jacob Elordi, which is on a lot of people's minds from Euphoria. I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff, so I wouldn't know exactly what his acting career is like to pick for a Bond necessarily. But then we got Will Poulter, which was a good pick. I'd like him. Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows would be a funny pick for Bond, I think. Very different. Nicholas Hoult, I know it's been rumored, but I think given his choice with being in Superman as Lex, might be putting him off the timetables for being in a potential role. And then, of course, a lot of people are speculating Pierce Brosnan might be coming back because he was only in 4 films. He didn't get his infamous 5th film, even though all 4 of his films were financially successful. A lot of people are hoping that Pierce Brosnan will return, even if it's just for a cameo. And I'm thinking if they're going to bring back Pierce Brosnan, they've got to bring back Daniel Craig, and potentially others, right? But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the news. Make sure you guys are liking the videos, commenting down below. Make sure to follow the channel here on YouTube, but also you can follow me on Instagram and on Threads. But until next time, guys, make sure to be following the videos, following the channel for updates all the time, and I'll catch you next time. So bye-bye.